Well, Carl, a lot of volatility today, but those social stocks continue to drop after they were slammed yesterday, continuing their declines this year. We see a lot of these stocks and investors reacting to interest rate contractions and also concerns about broad advertising headwinds. Now, Meta shares, they are down about 1% today after dropping 7% yesterday amid reports that Meta is halting hiring. We see Snap shares down nearly about 5% after dropping nearly 10% yesterday. Pinterest is actually back into the green today after losing 7% Thursday, though that stock is off of more than 60% in the past 12 months. And Twitter shares reacting to news that Elon Musk plans to be Twitter's CEO and then take the company public again. According to reports, that bucked the trend yesterday and gained 3%, though it is down about another 1% today. Now, media stocks are down, but the streamers are down far more than the traditional media players after some concerns sparked initially by Netflix and its earnings about a saturated market and cash-strapped consumers perhaps shifting more to ad-supported services. Netflix shares down about 3.5% today after falling 8% yesterday. At one point, Netflix was down at its lowest level since September of 2017. We see Roku shares down nearly 4% after a decline of nearly 7% yesterday. Fubo on a downgrade after its earnings yesterday afternoon. That stock is down 18% today. Vimeo was also hit by a downgrade, but it's pretty much flat right now. Now, Disney is down some 2%. Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery, they are down 6% and 4.5% respectively. Comcast faring a little bit better than that. It's down about 2%. Now, the telco sector, that has been holding up better in trading today. We see AT&T down about 1%, Verizon down less than 0.5%, and T-Mobile down 1.5%, perhaps. Those stocks are seen more as utilities in this day and age. Now, in terms of the music streamers, got to point out that Spotify is flat. It was up about 2% earlier today, though it did fall 6% yesterday. Now, guys, we want to keep our eye on Disney because that company is going to be reporting earnings next week. We're going to have to see how Disney's outlook, particularly when it comes to streaming, moves that media and streaming sector. Guys?
Julia, Meta, Facebook, still the biggest social name out there. I just think it's interesting how that stock has fared since last quarter when they, stunk up the place with earnings. It's actually off the very lowest levels. I wonder if there's a sense out there that, at least for that one company, a lot of the bad news is in the soup.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of the perception coming out of Meta's most recent earnings and this idea that, John, that, they're no longer losing those users. And even though there's still plenty of headwinds ahead, at least they've gotten that engagement issue more under control. But it's been fascinating watching Meta shares today because they were up in the green earlier. Now they're down about 1%. But I think there's this question of the issues that Meta cannot control, such as an advertiser contraction. And then there are the ones that there are making progress on, such as, monetizing Reels, John, or also this idea of making progress against better targeting in light of some of those challenges from Apple's operating system changes. So some signs of optimism. And I also, John, think that investors like that Meta is going to be a little bit more conservative about spending now.